Hey, quirky humans, if your digital life looks anything like mine, mystery downloads, hundreds of emails, random memes you saved that you can't remember why, too many photos you took and then never went back to see which ones you actually wanted to keep, and folders labeled stuff or question mark or blah, 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 because you just typed random thing on the name of the folder and just dumped a bunch of stuff in there. This video is for you and for me, but also for you. I want to show you my method for getting through all of the stuff and organizing all of the stuff that I have digitally, especially on my computer or Google Drive, whatever you use. If we haven't met yet, my name is Isabel. On this channel, we talk all about embracing your weird in order to build a better brand, business, and life. Now, before we get started, I do want to say I am by no means perfect. I am by no means the person, like type A personality that has every single thing organized and in a folder and labeled perfectly. However, I am constantly working on getting my digital life more and more in order. And I found that the hardest thing about organizing your digital stuff is how many decisions you need to make about the stuff. And that is why I have kind of adapted a method that is for cleaning and housework and adapted it to digital cleanup, I guess. If you saw my last video, I talked all about Casey Davis and her 5-step cleaning method for housework, right? It's trash, dishes, laundry, things that have a place and things that don't have a place. And what I've done is I've kind of taken that method, flipped it on its head, and applied it to digital stuff. So what do I do? Let's say I have my downloads folder. First thing I do is trash. I will go through that folder and trash anything that needs to go into the trash. The second thing I do is I have two folders, a personal folder and a work folder. That is it. Two folders, personal and work. And all the stuff that is in that downloads folder either goes into personal, work, or trash. So step 2 would be to pick out all of the personal stuff and put it there. And once you've done that, you can go through it one more time, make sure you didn't miss any trash or personal stuff. Everything else goes into the work folder. So why does this work? Does that mean that everything is not organized? No, but you have it a little bit more categorized, okay? I want you to think of this like an onion, whereas like you've now kind of organized that first layer and now you're on to the second layer. The reason this works, especially for neurodivergent humans, is because we have a hard time deciding when we have a lot of options. So when we find a photo of, I don't know, our niece's last birthday, it's hard for our brain to say, okay, this is a personal thing, but I need it to go in folders. But was this last year or the year before? No, I think it was the year before. Okay, so that's 2023. So I should put it in the 2023 folder, but then I should also create a folder with the name with her birthday on it. But should I make it like, should that folder be on a date? Should I create like a month folder and then in that month put the event? That entire thing for one file, that means you're going to do 2 files and you'll be done. And we accumulate a lot more than 2 files and we accumulate very, very quickly. So what I want you to do is to only have 3 decisions to make at any given time. Number 1, trash. Is this trash? Do I need this? Number 2, is this folder 1 or folder 2? Now, what happens? So our first level is this personal or is this work related? Once we have that level, we can go into our personal folder, right? And all that random stuff is getting put into a folder that we're going to call to organize or to go through or to look through, whatever you want to call it that you will remember. And now we're going to go through those files. However, I only want you to pick 2 folders that you're going to go into. So let's say that inside your personal folder, you have 10 different folders. You're going to pick 2. Let's say you pick photos and videos, for example. So now you're going to go through all of those files and you're going to pick out anything that's trash that you might have missed because there's always going to be more stuff to declutter. Anything that's photos goes in the photos folder. Anything that's videos goes in the videos folder. That's it. Except that in that photos and in that videos folder, there's going to be another folder called organize or to go through or whatever you want to call it. And so now once you're in photos, you go into that go through folder and you're like, okay, so inside of photos, let's say you have this by year, which is how I have it. You're going to say, okay, I'm going to pick all of the photos out from 2024. So it's either trash or it's 2024. Or it's 2025, let's say, and you're going to put it into that. So basically what you're doing, and yes, you're going to have to repeat this a bunch of times, but you go through stuff a lot faster because basically what you're doing is you're reducing the amount of options and decisions that your brain has to make to just two. Well, three. Trash, folder 1, or folder 2. And what this does is it allows you to go through stuff a lot quicker because if you have 8,000 files and they can go in 8,000 different folders, you have to think about each of those options every single time that you go through it. Whereas if you are looking at a pile of 8,000 things and you're like, hey, I just need to pick out the photos. That's easy to do, right? All the photos. Then once you have all those photos, you're like, okay, now I need to pick out all the photos that are from Christmas, for example. Right? And so now you just need to go through and be like Christmas. It's been found that when our brain focuses on a single thing, it moves a lot faster. And so when it comes to digital decluttering and digital organizing, the faster we can move through stuff, the more we'll get done. And when we get more done, we get like this dopamine hit to our brain. And that dopamine hit makes us want to do more. That said, that was a long rant, a long ramble. The way you're going to do it is 2 folders at a time. So it's either trash, folder A, or folder B. And in every single folder you have, until you get to the final destination folder, okay, you're going to have a version of the to organize or to go through folder where all those files are going to land until you're ready to go through that file. There's benefits to this, okay? Now, the biggest benefit to this is that your stuff starts becoming findable because you know if it's not, let's say that it's a photo from Christmas 2005 that you're searching for, and it's not in the Christmas 2005 folder, then you can go to the go through folder of like next level up. If it's not in there, go to the next level up, next level up, next level up, next level up. But it's going to be in one of those folders. And every time you go through this method, every time that you spend time clearing out one of those to go through folders or to organize folders, you are getting closer and things are getting more and more organized. So they're always findable because you have somewhere specific to look versus having it like all together, all mixed, right? I'll give an example here. If I'm looking for a thumbnail for a YouTube video that I created, right? And I go to YouTube video 1, thumbnail, and I can't find the thumbnail in that folder, then I would go to the to go through folder for that video. If it's not in there, then I would go to the to go through folder for videos from May to 2025, let's say. And if it's not in there, I would go to the to go through folders of YouTube 2025. And if it's not there, I would go to the to go through folder of YouTube in general, because it's gonna be in one of those levels, right? It might be that it's at the first level, but this does give you a way to search faster because also your biggest level, the personal folder, right? Or the work folder in general, is going to have a gazillion files. But the deeper you get, the smaller those folders are and the less you have to go through. So the more that you can move stuff along into those other folders, the faster you're going to be able to not only go through stuff, but also find stuff later when you need it. This method has changed the way I approach digital clutter. I am a bit of a digital hoarder. I have a hard time deleting stuff, but I'm trying to get better at it and close some tabs as well. But what this method does is it makes things feel approachable. It makes it feel gentler. It makes it feel simpler. And it also helps me do it faster, which motivates me to then do more. It meets me where I am, no shame spiral required, guilt-free, and every time my thing is, like, my stuff is more and more organized. Does that mean that all my files are organized? No. I have a gazillion files that are unorganized and unnamed, and my downloads folder is a disaster right now, currently. But it does mean that I get better at it every time. Now, I'm curious, what is one part of your digital life that could really use a digital organization cleanup, decluttering right now? Let me know in the comments because I'd love to hear. For me right now, it's that downloads folder, like I said. And of course, if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. I make new videos like this every single Friday. So until then, stay wild, stay weird, and I'll see you in the next one.